right, so tell us who this is that you guys have with you. Is this the next coming of Ann Wolf?
That's not a bad comparison.
Yeah?
You know what? I tell you what, though, I would definitely be giving Ann a call. This is Shadasia Green.
Okay.
And she's number 2 in the world as an amateur boxer, but she's getting ready to propel herself to the professional ranks. And we are very much pursuing an opportunity to work with her. She's here tonight as my guest. Shawn has met her before. Actually, the first time Shawn met her, she was asking if she could get some work with him.
Whoa!
So,
did that happen?
No, it didn't.
No, it happened.
Uh-oh.
Get in the ring with her.
But
Embarrass me.
we'd be working on a few things. She did 4 years at Old Dominion, where she had some really high status as a point guard in basketball.
Dang.
So I get the feeling that her and Shawn will be on the court a little bit.
Just nothing but embarrassment coming from her, man.
I get the feeling.
I could get in the ring with her.
I'd be honored to get in the ring with Shawn Porter.
She good, man. But I'm like, woo.
So,
Kenny, a lot of trainers don't want to take on new fighters, and some trainers don't want to deal with women boxing. Why did you take this on while you're working with her? What's the reason?
I don't want to take on new fighters. But for all intents and purposes, I just woke up one night. God was talking to me and said, "Make sure you give her a call." And I reached out to her, and I paid a visit to her in her gym. But I've actually gone to see her fight. I've seen her fight in the amateurs a couple times now. I just seen her fight in the U.S. Championships here a few weeks back in Utah, and I saw her at the Olympic trials that they had a few years ago for the 2016 Olympic trials that they had. So I just get a really good feeling, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So we're going to explore every opportunity to put her in every position that we can to excel.
You know, I mentioned Ann Wolf jokingly earlier, but you said that might be a good comparison. Is that the type of style that you have?
I wouldn't necessarily say that's the type of style. What I'm saying is, when you mention a name like that, I will be giving Ann a call to actually come in and give me her input on the young lady, because I use other people's intelligence all the time, and it makes me smarter.
So what kind of style would you say she has? I mean, is she more
Let her tell you about it.
Okay, tell us. Let us know.
I think I'm a puncher and a boxer. When you look at women's boxing, you see, a little ladylike. I'm definitely not ladylike in the ring. So I can punch, I can box, I can do a little bit of everything. And I think with some great tools and great trainer like Kenny Porter and get in the ring with Shawn, I think I can make some things happen.
What's your nickname?
Sweets.
Sweets,
Yeah,
vicious
my trainer back home.
You're not girly in the ring.
I know, you got nickname Sweets.
Sweets, my trainer back home, Barry Porter gave me that name. And he gave me that name, and that's because of the way I fight in the ring, So
I gotta ask you this: basketball is a very popular sport. You can play overseas, make good money. You can play in the U.S., make some money. Why boxing?
This is my passion. This is what I want to do. I love boxing. I love it. I love it. I watch it. I wake up. I go to sleep watching it. I got these guys on my DVR. I watch old school boxing. I love boxing.
Who did you look up to? Like, what kind of fighters?
Like right now, one of my favorite boxers, of course, is Canelo Alvarez.
Oh, really?
Showtime Shawn.
Of course.
I looked at Pernell Whitaker. I kind of emulate his style a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Floyd Mayweather. So I mean, it's hard to when you see a female, you don't really know for sure, but get a chance to look at me,
Getting the call from Kenny, what goes through your mind now that it's real and you're doing interviews and you're standing between Shawn Porter to Kenny Porter?
Man, it's amazing. I mean, this guy is amazing. He's been everything he said he would be. His conversation, his intellect, his smartness about the whole sport is amazing. I'm just glad to be in his presence and have the opportunity to be here with him today.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So I went into her once, and then I met her with my dad, and I had a chance to speak to her tonight. And here's the thing I think separates her already from most boxers, but also female boxers. Her mental fortitude, you can already see it. It's strong. She told me, I love boxing. I work 2 jobs, and I still find time to train twice a day. I love it. This is what I love to do. So already I'm looking at you like, you have what it takes to be successful because you believe you can be successful, and you have the tools up here to be successful. So then you take a look at her being an athlete, playing basketball, and then also boxing, where both sports have a high level of coordination. is a must, and she has that. So without really even seeing her in the ring yet, I'm already feeling pretty good about what I see can happen with her because of her history, and then just from having a moment to speak to her, understanding who she is as a person.
One thing that trainers tell me, Buddy McGurk told me this recently, and other trainers, they say that the women fighters work way harder than the men. Have you noticed that yet, Kenny? Or
I don't know. You know, I work with a number of them in the amateurs, and I've seen them work really hard. But I mean, you know, for me to have an opportunity to work with one-on-one, because when I was doing the international stuff and the Olympic stuff, I had a lot of people. But for me to have the opportunity to put my hands on my fingerprint on one-on-one, that in itself is going to be that's going to be great. So you know, let me say this: she no longer works 2 jobs. That's done. Okay, and the job that she'll now have is the one that she loves to do, which is boxing. So you know, we can leave them jobs behind and move forward, and you know, just focus on what you're supposed to be doing, because you don't need anything extra when you're dealing with this. This is the hardest hustle. You're gonna punch the clock and you're gonna get punched in the face. So that's it.
Can you just spell your first and last name? Because there's different ways to spell Green.
First, Shadasia, Shadasia, last name Green, like the color, no E.
What was your amateur record at this point?
10-2.
Have you kept an eye out on other female boxers out there? Obviously, Clarissa Shields, the
Absolutely,
Hammer.
me and Clarissa Shields did a lot of sparring together back in Colorado. We're good friends. That's the only person I like to watch. I actually like Katie Taylor. I think her style is amazing, and that's about it.
What's up?
Thank you so much. We'll look out for you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you.